Welcome to the Wellness Growth Code podcast. I'm your host, Justine, and this is where we talk to leaders in the health and wellness space about what's actually driving growth right now, from visibility to smarter systems to AI. No fluff, just real insights you can take and use in your own business. So let's dive into it. Today, I'm excited to have Ella Young on. She is the founder and CEO of Ellectrify, based out of the beautiful Naples, Florida, and she's on a mission to bring grounding or earthing to everyone on the planet. Welcome to the show, Ella.
Wow, thank you so much, Justine, for having me today, and welcome everybody. We're so excited to have you. I'm so excited to dive into these questions and help other young entrepreneurs who are, just starting out on their journey. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. For someone that doesn't know about grounding, can we start from that place? Like, what is grounding and why did it become so fascinating and so interesting for you?
Yeah, so grounding to me is connecting back with the earth physically. So a lot of us are unknowingly disconnected. We wear shoes, we're insulated indoors, we travel to and from our cars without proper connection to the earth. And so we act very much like a battery. We need the earth to actually function optimally. And we actually, with the function of negative and positive ions, we actually are able to balance our body out electrically. And so that's my passion, is bringing this knowledge to the world, allowing everybody to reconnect. It's completely transformed me, my life. I've changed so radically, and I attribute a lot of that change to grounding, and I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. What, before I get into like your company, what are some of the benefits of grounding? And when you're saying it's changed your life, I mean, one thing that comes to mind is I'm speaking to a lot of business owners about overwhelm. Can it help with that? And what are the other benefits?
I was in a very high-paced environment with Tesla, learning about operations and how they scale and how systems work. I was having a lot of burnout with corporate life, and that was the time around then when I learned about grounding and how powerful it is. And so, yes, absolutely, it helps rebalance your nervous system. It helps calm inflammation. We all have inflammation show up in different ways, and grounding is actually one of the most powerful ways to heal that on a cellular level.
So you saw all the benefits and you started a company. Can you tell us like how it came about, how long it's been going, and yeah, what is your objective with your company?
Yeah, so Electrify was founded back around 2020 when a lot of us were searching for answers, right? And one of the things was grounding, because my friend actually had a life-threatening accident, and he told me that grounding actually saved his life. And I started grounding every day, 20 minutes, going out on the golf course, walking barefoot. And I realized, I was like, wow, it's actually helping me. I feel clarity, I feel better energy. And so I actually started experimenting with copper shoes and actually silver lined sheets. And that's when I my sleep completely transformed, and I was blown away with how the results were. I had so much more energy. I felt amazing. I was like, why doesn't everybody know about this? It's right beneath our feet. It's so simple. Yet, for me, it was like I didn't realize it, right? And so I wanted to bring this to the world, and I'm very passionate about it because of how much it's transformed me and my loved ones and many others around me as well.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So building a company, I guess what it's now 6 years. You've probably been on many highs and many lows and many wins and many lessons. What would you say is your biggest like achievement to date?
I would say my biggest achievement would be definitely building a line of products that people truly feel first before they understand. And that to me is so powerful with the community that we're building. and just being able to persevere through it all and realize that it's all part of a greater plan.
And then what do you think your biggest lesson has been?
My biggest lesson has been to have more faith in divine timing and realizing that any obstacle that may be put in our way, it may actually be the best blessing in disguise. And there was many times where I wanted things to work out a certain way, or there was an obstacle or a roadblock, and I wanted it to go through, right? But it was actually God redirecting me on my best path.
And that is just like such a gold nugget of wisdom there because I feel like so many people hit blocks and are just like, why it doesn't work the way I want to work. But yeah, it always is for the better. You're talking about the products. Can you tell us a little bit more about what products you've got at the moment?
Yeah, so currently we have grounding mats and bed sheets, and we also have different accessories that go along with that. So pillowcases and sheets and socks, and we're doing some different clothing type products as well. But I'm very excited to announce that we're going to be launching our patent pending connector here very soon.
Very exciting. How do you even start patenting a product? Is that a hard process or?
So we started off with our trademark, and Electrify is trademarked, and then we submitted for our patent, and it's currently in the patent pending stage. So we submitted the designs, and it's very exciting. It's been a long time coming.
How are people finding out about you? Like, what is your marketing strategy right now?
A lot of our marketing has been word of mouth and referrals, and we've got a really amazing community with some influencers and different people in the wellness world. Naples is such a great community for that. There's a lot of different businesses in health and wellness that we've partnered with and we're growing with, so it's been very exciting.
I love it. And is there any trends that you're seeing, I guess, in your industry? Do you call it like biohacking almost, or is it part of the biohacking world what you do?
I mean, I guess so, but grounding is so simple. I would hate to call it biohacking.
Yes, that's so
um,
true.
Especially in this area, there's a lot of health centric people. People are increasingly like looking for ways to regulate their nervous system and help with all different things, and that's kind of what grounding is. It brings us back to being whole.
And is it more amplified when you use your products? Like you're saying, you can do as simple as go outside and put your feet on the ground. But when you're using your products, is it just like on steroids or something?
Well, I like to think of it more as like the modern luxury version of integrating grounding, because we all want the comforts of living in our home, having, shoes, and having, all of the amenities that we've, created. But yes, nothing will compare to going to the beach. I still love going to the beach. So integrating both of them, sleep grounded, using the connector, when you can't be grounded, these are all ways that you can still stay connected. And that's what's powerful.
I think you also mentioned when we were talking before this interview that grounding was once kind of like a fringe concept and it's becoming more and more mainstream. Is that making it easier for you to reach more people, or is there still resistance? Like, are you still having to educate people?
I would say there still is probably a little bit of resistance, right? But overall, we've been able to tap into a wider audience, and it is becoming more mainstream. So the traction's been growing, and it's exciting because before nobody knew what it was about. You tell somebody about grounding and they're like, what are you talking about? And then now it's like practically everybody knows. So it's really exciting.
And we always ask a question here, like about AI. What's one thing you've used AI for that's genuinely surprised you, or something you didn't expect it would be useful for, or how are you integrating it in your business?
Absolute content creation and repurposing, I would say, taking a lot of the busy work out of my day, whether it's, corresponding for emails or, batch creating content, that way I can, repurpose and, keep everything organized in a way that, for my flow throughout the day. So it's very useful. AI it's a very powerful tool
I love
when
it.
used properly.
And I think you were saying as well, like your goal is to make grounding common knowledge and get these tools in the hands of everyone across the world. Where do you want Electrify to be in like 6 to 12 months from now? Like, what does that next chapter look like for you?
I'm just so excited to launch our connector and get that out to the world. And I would just love to see everyone benefit from grounding and really get the help that they need, because that's what it's done for me.
Mhm. And it sounds like just an incredible journey so far and something that you didn't think was going to happen. I love all these like pivots in life where you're like, I never expected to be doing this. If there's like one thing that you want to fix in your business right now that you think's holding you back or slowing you down, what do you think that would be?
I think it's there. We're in a stage where the momentum has been growing, and yeah, nothing's really going to slow us down now. So we've been through the hardest part. We've been through, ups and downs with casting calls and different, networks, and being shadow banned on Meta to different, companies. So it's it's been a journey, but it's all like part of the plan again. So nothing can really stop us now.
What about any advice for someone that's starting a business right now and that they're at the very, like, got an idea? Like, is there anything in hindsight you look back over the last 6 years that you could share with someone that they should get started sooner, or any lessons that you've learnt?
Yeah, I would say get started right away. You're one opportunity away. You never know when you're going to meet the right person or be put in front of the right audience or have the perfect idea or change someone's life. It's absolutely worth it. I wouldn't want it any other way.
I love it. Oh, that's amazing advice and a great place, I think, to end right now. If
Vice
someone wants
versa.
to like buy one of your products, where's the best place they could go or visit?
Electrify.com.
And I'll put those in the show notes. And I mean, I think that's going to be my present for everyone in my family. I feel like they need the grounding mat or the luxurious sheet. Sounds amazing. So I just, yeah, I love when you talk about the benefits of it. And also, like, if you're not ready to invest, the simplest thing is go out and put your feet in the grass. If you are feeling overwhelmed or burnt out growing your business, I spoke to someone before and she was just like, really, it's as simple as taking a breath. Like, take a breath if you're in that stage. And I just love what you said, just, go out there and get your feet for 20 minutes a day. Yeah, if you're not ready to invest. But obviously we want, the products that you're creating sound amazing. So yeah, congratulations on everything you've done so far.
Thank you, Justine. I really appreciate that. We're really excited to bring the connector to the market, and hopefully that's a low cost way too that everyone can get plugged in and connected. It's it's so powerful, and I'm absolutely recommending adding it to your daily routine if you don't already ground. Go out there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate your time today, Ella.
Thank you, Justine. It was great speaking with you.